Obviously, we had 3 picks. It's still the 7th round, still going. I didn't trade back, so we could get to this sooner. With the Ellerson Smith, who we took in the 4th round, is a kid that played at Northern Iowa. Didn't play this fall, obviously, because of COVID. He didn't opt out. They just didn't play. And he played at the Senior Bowl. He's long. He's athletic. We watched him on his Northern Iowa tape, and what kind of sold us on him was they played Iowa State, and he must have played about 85, 90 snaps. And he's just a real tough kid. He's athletic. He's long. He's got some pass rush potential, and he's instinctive. So we really liked him. In the 6th round, with the first 6th round pick, we took a running back out of Arizona, Gary Brightwell. He's a big kid. He's got a heavy body. He's a heavy-bodied runner. He's in the 220, 215, 220 range, and he really is a quality special teams player. So he's got dual value. And then our last pick was Rodarius Williams out of Oklahoma State. Rodarius is, we had a solid value on him on the board. He's athletic. He's fast. He can carry the vertical. He plays our style. He's a press corner. And we were just very pleased to see him there. So those were our last 3.
Tom Canavan, AP.
Hey, Dave. How you doing?
Good, Tom. How are you, sir?
Good. When you guys talked leading into the draft, and you also talked about free agency, I think Kevin said you wanted to be aggressive. Did that carry over into the draft and maybe lead to some of the trades?
I think it did. We've had that mindset, and we just felt like, it's all about calculated risk, Tom. It's all about you go to Vegas or go to Atlantic City, and some people are aggressive, some people aren't, and it's just sometimes it's instinct, sometimes it's just looking at the board and seeing where it's going to take you. So we felt we were aggressive in the off season, and this, in the roster building season. There's no off season here. We're aggressive in the roster building season, both in free agency and in the draft.
Thank you.
Dan Duggan, The Athletic.
Hey, Dave. Obviously didn't make any picks on the offensive line and really weren't aggressive in free agency at that position. Just do you think that position's good enough, and why do you feel that way if so?
Well, first of all, it's you don't want it to be good enough. You want it to be good, plain and simple, okay? It's really apparent that we have a little more confidence in our offensive linemen, players, than you guys do, all right? And I'm just going to say we're happy with, the group that we have. Obviously, you're always trying to get better, and you're not going to just take a player to take a player. You're going to take him because you think he's going to improve the value of your team. So right now, our offensive line is what it is, and the players are who they are, and we're going to move forward.
Ryan Dunleavy, New York Post.
Dave, you took 2 more corners, and you really have, I don't know, like 10, 12 corners that you've invested either draft picks or trades like Yadam. Why so many corners, and does that mean somebody's got to be the odd man out here, I imagine?
Well, first of all, as the media says, and as the public perception is, this is a passing league. So why not a lot of corners? Okay. I've said it before, Ryan, I'll say it again. You can never have too many good players at a position. And, when everybody comes in, let the games begin.
And did you realize that you had to wait 80 picks there after you finished that? You traded that 5th rounder last night. It was an 80 pick gap. What was that like?
I knew it was going to be a while, and I was going to have time to do a number of things, my taxes, et cetera, et cetera. It's a long wait, but listen, that's the way it is. It's the way it turned out.
Jordan Rana, ESPN.
Hey, Dave, how you doing?
Good, Jordan.
I'm curious what you think. The perception is obviously going to be here, and you hear it already, that Joe in his 2nd year, his influence is increasing. His fingerprints are all over some of the philosophical things, as with the trades that never happened before. I'm wondering what you think of that.
I think that we have a great collaborative group going here. It's not about me. It's not about Joe. It's about the New York Football Giants.
Did his role, how much did his role
Jordan?
change in year two?
Jordan, we collaborate. We've been collaborating since he walked in the door. It's about the New York Giants.
Paul Schwartz, New York Post.
Hey, Dave.
How you doing, kid?
Good, good. Ellison Smith, you said he's got some pass rush. I mean, he was a skinny kid who became a not skinny kid, obviously. Very long arms, big hands, things like that. You know, you got a lot of guys now. You drafted two of them. You got two guys coming back, X-Man and Carter. You got some guys, other guys there. I mean, where do you see that edge rush situation now?
Well, there's a lot of competition there, Paul. You know, we've got, listen, I've said this a million times. Fundamentally, the college kids are further behind than they used to be. So at the end of the day, it's about, do they have the talent, the physical talent, the feel, the instinct to develop into pass rushers? Both of these kids do. Ellison definitely does. That's why we drafted him. And at the end of the day, it's about competition. It's about competition. And we just feel like we've upgraded. With those two draft picks, we've upgraded.
Real quick follow-up. The Giants have not done well in the last 10 years. You haven't been here for all of that with that third, fourth, fifth round, stab at a pass rusher. Do you think with these two guys, one or two of them, you got it right?
I always think I got it right. I just learned from at the end of the day, we'll find it. Listen, Paul, we'll know in 3 years whether we got this right. And that's what it is. Okay. It's perception. It's, what the media writes about players. We put a ton of time into this. We don't do this for a hobby. All right. And at the end of the day, in 3 years, we'll know if we were right or not.
Thanks.
Last one here, Matt Lombardo, Fansided.
Hey, Dave, how's it going?
Good, Matt.
Good. You were on ESPN earlier today, and you said that you feel like you guys are, close to being able to compete. What gives you the most optimism, and how much of that is from guys you're able to pick up this weekend?
Well, I felt we've had a very good roster building season.
Anyone in particular, any philosophical?
As a group, I mean, we feel like we've added a strong group of players at a variety of positions. We've added playmakers. We've added pass rushers. We added corners. We feel good about what we've done.